Hello and welcome to another Microsoft PowerPoint tutorial. In this tutorial we will going to be exploring WordArt. We have explored WordArt back in Microsoft Word. We're going to be looking at it again here. So in order to work with WordArt, you click on Insert, and after you click the Insert tab on the ribbon, you click WordArt. As soon as you click on it, you get the gallery, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total of 30 different styles. So you can pick any one of the styles and then you can change it to whatever you want to change it later on. Each style has a name, has a set of properties. So if I want to go with this one, for example, I click on it and right away I get this big box where you can type your text. So and anytime a text is selected, all you got to do is start typing. It will overwrite the contents of the cell. So if I'm going to type over here, nature, okay, and I'm going to click here on the box, so the entire box gets selected. Now, what's the benefit of clicking on the box versus keeping the text in the edit mode? If I would like to change any of the text properties, I should either select the text or I should select the box. Otherwise, if you're inserting or your cursor is blinking in the box, all it changes is it lets you change the shape properties but not the text properties. If you want to be able to change both, always make it a habit to be able to have the entire box selected. Now note that it has sizing handles which let you increase the width, okay, of the box in case you want the box to be larger. However, you can always decrease it back to make the nature, the text, fit exactly in the box. Now, after you create the text, you have several different options to play around with. You have this option of giving it a different shape style. So I click on the gallery by clicking the More button, and I can go about choosing. Now, let me move it out of the way so that you could see what's going on here. So I could do the live preview of different kind of items here, and I could pick whichever option I would like to go with, and that gives me a nice background and some text effect. So I can settle down with one of them. If I do not like this color, but I'd like the effect, I can just change the color. I can go under Shape Fill and say, well, I didn't really like the orange, this particular orange. Let me see how it's going to look if I go a little bit lighter or a little bit darker than what it is. So let's see if I want to settle it a little bit darker, okay? Then I say, okay, I really didn't like the text fill. It's greenish. I really didn't like this greenish one. So I can go in text fill and say, okay, let me pick a tone that blends in orange because I have this orange thing going on. So let me pick a little different orange theme. I can do that. I can also choose the text outline. So depending on if I want the outline to stand out and I want the text to look larger. If I want the text to go narrower, I can choose the same outline color as the background. And you can see the difference as to choosing the same color of the outline as the background versus a different color. Or you can go in other color combinations if you really, really want the outline to stand out, you know. So all of these things could be done. After I pick the outline, okay, that pretty much makes my text ready. So I have a background picked up, filled the color, I have the shape fill, and I have the text outline done. Then I can go under Text Effects, and if I would like to add a reflection to the text, notice right in the box, the larger I go, the larger the reflection gets here. Okay, so there are several different options of reflections here. Similarly, if I want it to be beveled versus non-beveled, now notice the text beveled, and regular, beveled, regular. Similarly, I can have other options, insets, outset, cross, all of these options I can go with. So that is how you want to render with your text. Then you can go about adding rotation. If you really want to rotate your text, whichever angle you want to rotate on, it is all of these different options. Then this is the one that I use sometimes, which is the text transformation. Now it doesn't really works the greatest if you put it in a box with a background. So we're going to try to do that later on with a different item, but all of these are text effects. Shape effects. Here you can see that you could add shadow through the shape. Now this is going to be applying all these properties to the shape, the little box around the nature, not to the text in the nature. Similarly, I can add reflection to the box. It will be a box's reflection. I can add glow to the box. As you can see, there's a glowing effect around the box. Or you can also make the box appear bevel or normal, however you want to do. Or you could rotate the box in 3D, however you want to rotate the box. So all of these options are available to you to play around. Let's throw in another WordArt. So I'm going to click the Insert button. I'm going to click the WordArt. I'm going to choose a WordArt here. Let's say if I pick this time this one, the outline text. It doesn't have any fill color to it. And I'm going to type over here, preserve the nature. Okay, so this is the text. After typing this text, I would like to give this text a fill. However, I do not want to fill it with a solid color. Rather, I want to fill it with a texture. So I can go under texture, and I have good 24 choices to choose from. So whichever texture I bring my mouse over, I can get to see the look and feel within the box. Okay, so I can get to choose whichever texture I would like to go with. So after I pick a texture, I can also change the outline. If I don't really like this outline, let's say I want to go in a different tone. So I can go about picking up a tone. If I do not see the tone that I want it to go with, I can always go under more outline colors. And then I can pick either from the standard colors, or I can go under custom and choose a color and choose the tone of the color, whichever color I want to go with. So that's another thing I can control here. So after I pick a color, I can simply click OK, and that is now the color of the outline. Okay, so this is another way you can go about working with your WordArt and giving it a background, which is a texture. Then I'm going to be going under Text Effects in the Format tab, going under Transform, and now this is a bit better effect than what you had before. Okay, now it makes a little bit more sense, looks better than before. Why? Because we do not have the background. Okay, we do not have the background. So let me pick this style, for example. Okay, and let me move it closer to nature. So it's going to be overlapping the nature. Okay, but as soon as I click outside, it doesn't really overlap to nature. So this is how you can go about putting in the data. Now, if I want to select this, I can press and hold Control and click on nature. Now I can move both of them together where I want to move them. So now they are together. So you can select multiple objects, or you can actually drag and draw a big box around them, and that will also going to select multiple objects. And then you can move them around with arrow keys on the keyboard, as well as you could use the mouse to move them around. So those are the things, and you could of course do a lot more things with the WordArt. I'm just showing you some of the basic things and giving you some idea as to how much Microsoft PowerPoint has to offer. See you in the next tutorial. Have a good one.